Hello and welcome to Millwall Fan TV. New signings today. Mason Bennett and Scott Malone join Millwall. Mason Bennett on a permanent and Scott Malone on loan. Before we start the video, please hit the like button and subscribe. It's always massively appreciated. So let's get talking about the Derby duo, shall we? Let's start with Mason Bennett. Mason Bennett has joined Millwall permanently for something around below 500,000 because we didn't take up the deal to buy him for 500,000, so we would have negotiated it down below 500,000. So it's probably around 200 to 300,000. Even though I've heard that it's we pay Derby as many games as he plays this year, which is smart by Millwall because we know his injury problems. On that, it's really dependent for me whether we can get him fit or not. Hutchinson actually came to Millwall with a little bit of an injury record, a bit of he was a bit of a sick note. And look at him now; he barely misses a game apart from when he took the bins out. But Mason Bennett, if we can get the same going with him, I'm pretty sure he would have signed with a plan in place with the physios. They'd have a plan in place of how to deal with this injury problem and what sort of exercises or things they can do to prevent him from getting injured in games. Because obviously he did miss the crucial QPR game, second last game of the season, where he hobbled off after about 15 minutes, which is a big blow for us. But yeah, it's a really good signing in my opinion for something under probably 400,000. It's under that, so it's a really good signing. If we can keep him fit, he's going to score goals for us. He scored three goals in 8 appearances for us at the back end of last season. He's a threat in front of goal. He's a poacher, and he adds something really different to the team that we haven't really seen in quite a while. He's quick, he's powerful, and he makes the other team really push back. I think in that QPR game, had he have stayed on, QPR wouldn't have been able to exploit all them spaces going forward, as Bennett would have pushed them back, because they know that if Bennett gets on the ball, he's going to drive at them. And without Bennett, Jed's good on that side, but he's not as quick as Bennett, and Bennett has that power to go down the left, and it could be a really good sign if we can keep him fit. Now let's move on to the former line. Scott Malone. He's come to Millwall on loan for the rest of all of the 2020-21 season. I've seen a bit of a mixed reaction on this one. I can see where people are coming from. They maybe don't want him. Apparently, he had an attitude problem with us when he was younger. I think he was with us around when he was about 22, 23 years old. So, it could have matured a lot since then. He obviously did have some sort of attitude problem. He didn't speak very highly of us when he left. So obviously Millwall fans obviously didn't like that. And I always thought he was a good player. But when he left, I wasn't keen on him either. But remember, he's 29 now. He's 7 years older, 6-7 years older than he was. He's been to many different clubs. And the thing for me that Malone has, he has that winning mindset. He's been promoted to the Premier League. He's played in the Premier League. So he knows what it takes to get out of the Championship. And that's going to be a really big factor for us this year. We need experience. We need that experience is going to be really handy this year. And not only has he got experience, he's still very quick. He's quick down that left-hand side. And I think he's really going to suit in the 5 at the back formation. He's going to be sort of another Romeo on the other side. He's going to be able to get forward. And this is nothing against Murray Wallace, because Murray Wallace was absolutely brilliant last year. And you know what? When the season ended, and everyone was talking about how we need a new left back, I did agree. We do need a new left back, but I felt that Murray Wallace did so well last year that it would be unfair to drop him altogether. So I do believe Murray Wallace will slot in to the centre back position ahead of Alex Pearce, most likely. He's a brilliant player, Murray Wallace. But let's get back to Scott Malone. He's quick. He actually does score quite a few goals as well. I think he scored 5 goals in 62 appearances for Millwall when he was last with us. That's not too bad. That's 1.5 seasons, and that's 5 goals. That's not bad. That's not great, but it's not bad. So it's definitely more than Romeo and Murray scored last year. So it's not bad. That's not a bad stat. But both have joined from Derby. Obviously, as I said, Bennett on a permanent is a big one, because I think now he's settled. Hopefully he'll get settled here. He's got good mates here. He went on holiday with some of the Millwall players, Mahoney, Mitchell. So that's really, really positive. And Malone, as long as he can come back and rediscover his form that took him to the Premiership and took him to getting promoted from the Championship, it could be a really good double signing. But I'm not sure how much to come in the transfer window now. Gary Rowett has previously said that he still wants Malumbi, and hopefully we can do a deal for Malumbi. I'm not sure about him. Haven't heard much. All I know is that Millwall are trying to do a deal from him. So fingers crossed we can get Malumbi back on loan. But it's a really good bit of business that Derby duo have joined Millwall, and we've hardly even paid a thing. So that's really good business from Gary Rowett and the board. But come on, you Lions.